some of you, the governor of Plateau State, and our only 9 days ago, the President of the Republic received in the villa those participants where they submitted highlights of their report. The participants were tasked to examine ways and means through which Nigeria would not any longer continue to be dependent on any one single source for its economic survival, so that sustainable economic development can be attained and peace and justice will continue to reign in the Republic. The recommendations were far-reaching, but after the discussion and listening very carefully and sympathetically to the issues raised by the National Institute concerning its own challenges as an institute, the Institute has no reason to publicly complain because the President has agreed to solve all our problems. That the President himself is not here with us, and he decided by God's grace to send the Deputy Senate President itself is also something decreed by God for a purpose. We believe the National Assembly has a key role in supporting work undertaken by institutes such as ours. And the person so sent happened to have also been chairman of the committee that has oversight for the institute in the past. He is therefore fully aware of the relevance of the institute, and I have nothing to say other than to thank God that he's here with us, and we are sure the National Assembly will do what the President also said is important. During the year, we have received a lot of challenges, but we still accept. But it's not just to beat ourselves just loudly to proclaim we did it alone. That was not the case. We have been supported by numerous individuals, some not well known, some well known. We have reported the perpetual support the Institute have enjoyed from the government and people of Plateau State and the Kuru district itself. Whenever we had important things to undertake, without funds to so undertake, we were supported by many state governments and organizations. Sokoto State has always been with us in whatever we requested. Kebbi State has always supported us. Kaduna, Nasarawa, Zamfara have also given us support. We thank them while not belittling what other support we have enjoyed from other states when we visited. Your Excellency, Mr. President, today is just for me to join all of us in this hall and those who are not privileged or are unable to be here to congratulate these 5 participants. And I do so in the name of the board, as a member of the board itself, those are chairman also here, in the name of the directors, in the name of the director staff, in the name of every staff of the Institute. I should like to also publicly acknowledge the support of the government Jos. Each time we invited him to a function, he behaved royally. This is what we expect from him. This is what we also got from the Sultan of Sokoto, who was always in a hurry to see that things change for the better as the institute and in the nation. Your Excellency, on behalf of the National Institute, I welcome everybody who have joined you as you give certificates to those who soon will become members of the National Institute. Annie has been our supporter, and Johnny is not somebody you can easily ignore. When you see him, you will know. Thank you very much, sir.
I think he deserves a bigger round of applause than that. Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, distinguished Senator Ike Ekweremadu, the Governor of Plateau State, John David Jan, the representative of the Governor of Jigawa State, service chiefs here present, distinguished. It is my pleasure to once again welcome all of you to this event. A moment for ceremony is a moment for celebration. I would like to, a couple of people here, my colleague Professor Fumi Paramalam had done a bit of that, so I'll convey some sense to you because in a short while you would be under his tutelage as you step out of the National Institute. A couple of times I've met him and I've come to the conclusion that he works in this spirit. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Major General Henry Ayola is the commander of the Director General of the Nigeria National Broadcasting Commission. He is represented the representative of the Inspector General of Police. Deputy Controller General in charge of administration is representing the... Now is the day for graduates, and at this stage, forward and present the graduates to the Director General for conferment of the honor. Please give me a big round of applause.
I present to you for the conferment of their certificates members of the Senior Executive Course number 34, 2012, who have both in the requirements for the award of the certificate member of the National Institute, NNI in small letters.
By the act establishing the National Institute, it is my honor and privilege to award the certificate of NNI to each of the persons who underwent the course SEC 34 2012 as presented by Director of Studies Professor Thomas Muburi. Congratulations.
Mr. Sahid A. Adeleke. C.P. Duprin O. Adeniji. Colonel Olusegun G. Adeniyi. Brigadier General Samuel A. Adesoji.
Who are you?
Colonel Felix O. Aguilar. Colonel C. Abdullah. Mrs. Oyinbo Adepo. 1 minute. Mr. Samuel O. Ajayi. Mr. Peter A. Bakan. Mr. Sani Bako MFR. Mr. John Okoka. ECD Abubakar Y. Lagashi. Mr. Mohamed K. Dikwa. Brother Ibrahim L. Yusuf. Navy Captain Michael E. Ibe. Mrs. Florence N. Edikene. Navy Captain Michael. Navy Captain Ahmed Fule Iwa. Mr. William A. Enyade. ECD Evans C. Euro. Mrs. Uda N. Manchi. And Commodore B. Ogara. Mr. Gary A. Bujo. Mr. Kabir A. Hussein. Dr. Abdulmumani Ibrahim. Mr. Ahmed M. Ibrahim. Navy Captain Francis O. Isaac. Navy Captain E. O. Yayola. Colonel Adamu A. Leader. Colonel Mohammed H. Mahmoud. Dr. James S. Mandana. Mr. Waziri Joe Nguzo. Mrs. Obiageli N.N. Nwakwa. Mr. Ogochukwu B. Ogeyo. Barrister Anozie O. Obi. C.P. Wilfred Oputo. And Commodore Clement A. Obeje. Brigadier General O. A. Ogubiyi. Dr. Moses O. Ojo. Professor Mrs. Ikeyemi Olatunji Bello. AIG David O. Omojola. Controller Isaac B. Obadiah. C.P. Hilary N. Opara. Mrs. Adana D. Cotton. Mrs. Mary R. Mohammed Amin Sana. Mrs. Christine S. Sabosine. Group Captain Mohammed Z. Suleiman. Group Captain Umar S. Suleiman. Hamza A. Mali. Mr. Sivanos E. Taco. Mr. Mohammed M. Kumar. Mrs. Dora E. Morris. Chief Felix O. Guyana. Mr. Abubakar E. Wamako. Mr. M. Michael West. Leading of the way, Lady Commodore Tani Yu Musu. special guest of honor. All NNIs, congratulations.
Please let's have a bigger round of applause than that for the graduates. Congratulations of the National Institute as embodied in its motto towards a better society. In this respect, WNI seeks to promote understanding, unity, brotherhood, cooperation among the members, strengthen the relationship between the association and the National Institute with a view to maintaining synergy, to strengthen the interaction with federal and state governments of Nigeria, as well as organizations or associations with similar objectives. Members of ANI include some past presidents and heads of state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, traditional rulers, some past and present state governors, ministers, captains of industry, respected diplomats, and other eminent citizens from all walks of life. Mr. President, the Alumni Association of the National Institute has an executive committee, or executive council if you like, and I've introduced the president because this part of the program is very important. I'll reintroduce him. And speaking of Alhaji Engineer Jani Ibrahim, FNSE, COON, MNI, is the president of the Alumni Association. Please give him a round of applause. Prince M.E. Fua, MNI, is the vice president of ANI. Thank you. Rear Admiral O.U. Emele, MNI, is the Secretary General of the Alumni Association. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
May I now specially welcome the special guest of honor to this occasion, Deputy Senate President, in person of Senator Ike Ekweremadu, is a politician's politician. He started as chairman of the local government, and he worked his way up to become the chief of Enugu State. He became the secretary to the government of that state, and it pleased Almighty God to send him to the Senate in 2003. Apart from that, he is also the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. And today, it has pleased Almighty God for you to represent Mr. President at this august occasion. And I recall last week when we hosted Senior Executive Course number 34, a dinner in Abuja. I remember I did say that November is a defining moment. It's a defining month and a defining moment today. Because I told you that in November, Obama won his election to be President of the United States of America. And also, on the other side of the country, of the world, Xi Jinping became the President of China. And the third of the month is the graduation of Senior Executive Course number 34. And for us, today is a defining moment because we have in our midst somebody who is very cerebral and is the Deputy Senate President. I have a message for you, Your Excellency. His rightful place in this country. I'm happy you are closely associated with the National Institute. You are chairman of the committee and you had oversight functions on the National Institute. We have written to the President that this institute should be designated and be given a special status. And doing that as the highest institute in the land, I'm sure that the conditions will be different. And when I was speaking to one of your colleagues, Senator Hope Uzodinma, he confirmed what we have been saying, that the National Institute remains Nigeria's solution center. All the problems of this country, the solutions are here at the National Institute. and we do not have to reinvent the wheel. We only need to dust off the works that have been done by all the participants that have passed through his portals and we hit the ground running to solve the problems of our country. Your Excellencies, when we meet with you at the closer forum after the graduation ceremony, we shall convey that message to you. I'm only the messenger, Your Excellency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this part of the ceremony inducting the new members into the Alumni Association is a thing of joy for us, and we're going to do it as a family, and we're going to enjoy ourselves doing it. So if you see any backslapping, Your Excellency, please, I crave your indulgence, because they have stayed here for the last 10 months, and they're only waiting to exhale. So please, we give them that opportunity. And when the DG was introducing me earlier, he said that I cannot be ignored, or it is easy for me to be noticed. I hope, Mr. DG, you are not referring to my size. Because I recall when the late DG was here, late General Joe Garba, which we had quite very good interaction during his tenure as DG. He was almost going to make a mistake of challenging me to a popularity contest on his own campus. He did not do that. So may his soul rest in perfect peace. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the procedure we are going to adopt, I've invited all members of the executive to come here, over here on this stage. The Secretary General will administer the oath of membership to our newcomers. They will be upstanding when this oath is being administered. Then after that, we shall invite the Monitor General symbolically so that he will be decorated here with a badge of honor. And in doing that, I'll crave the indulgence of a special guest of honor to help us in doing that decoration. And he will be ably supported by our visiting governor, the governor of Sokoto State, who will also support us in doing that. And after that, our past president, the person of Julius Adilusi Adeluyi, will welcome the Monitor General by decorating him with our sash. For the Deputy Monitor General, our Mother General, we called her yesterday, I will invite one of the directors on the board of the Governing Council, one of our Governing Council directors, and the person of Dr. Cecilia Okafor, and I also want to crave the indulgence of the representative of the DG SSS and the person of Lolo Mabel to assist us in doing that honor, decorating her. And after that, I will now call on the wife of our Director General to decorate her with the muffler of the National of the Alumni Association. And after that ceremony up here, we will now ask all the incoming members of the National Institute to be decorated by members of ANI who are here and their spouses. Your spouses are members of ANI who are present here. Will do that exercise of decorating you and welcoming you into the ANI family. So that is the procedure we are going to adopt. And after we have done that successfully, we are going to be very quick about it. Then I will administer the charge to you in welcoming you to the Alumni Association of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. And with me to do this, my Vice President, Prince Medan Fua, is here. The Secretary General, Rear General Oyu Emele, is here. And also our Publicity Secretary, Dr. Beatrice.
Women at that probation and the other 64 graduates, no, 65 graduates will be upstanding. That means they are being bound to us as we are bound to honor. So, look at the right hand. say the pronoun I. No, hold on. Hold on, not in a hurry. You say the pronoun I, followed by your full name, then you repeat after me. I. Of my own free will and accord. Before God and this August assembly gathered in my honor. Do hereby solemnly promise and declare that I will observe, respect, protect, and defend at all times the Constitution, traditions, and values of the Alumni Association of I vow and declare with good conscience that I will always discharge my duties and responsibilities. My duties and responsibilities. As may be expected of every member of the association, without any.
Please call on the wife of the DG, Hajia Tijani.
please be seated. Please be seated. And steadfast and committed, because Annie will be coming back here in November, and in March, on 2nd of March 2013, and Senior Executive Course number 34 will be a strong contingent in the annual general meeting. Now that you have been decorated, you've been given all the paraphernalia of Annie, let me just say that the badge you are wearing is a badge of honor. And you are expected to wear it every time, 24/7. I know many of you will say, how is that possible? I'll give you just one item. A spouse, a wife of one of our members, she called me some time ago. She said, Mr. President, I said, yes, what can I do for you? She said she has a problem that her husband insists on wearing his badge on his pajamas to bed. That he wears his badge to sleep. Well, I said, that is a very tricky one, because luckily you are the only one that has the opportunity of seeing the badge, when he's in bed. Because we want this badge to be of honor. To us, this badge is worth more than any precious stone, and the ideals it represents must never be compromised. We have previously explained to you the ideals of the Alumni Association of the National Institute and the unwavering expectations of our forebearers. You must guard this jealously and with unparalleled dignity. I beseech you, therefore, to be good ambassadors of our esteemed association and unrelenting agents of positive change. I further charge you to always defend our values and never be sympathetic to those who seek to infiltrate our ranks or lower our esteem. In our march towards a better society, may Almighty God enamel you to acquit yourselves as men and women of uncommon probity and zeal. Congratulations and welcome to the Alumni Association of National Institute. National Institute. And sir, they have assured us that they wear that badge, pride and honor. And we have also told them that even if anybody attracts them with any jewel, not even the bling bling that I'm wearing, not even my weight in gold, they will discharge their responsibilities selflessly with probity towards a better society. We congratulate them, sir, and wish them success in their future endeavors. Thank you, and God bless.
Other distinguished members of this elevated table, on your behalf, and indeed on behalf of the National Institute community, thank the annual president, who is also the custodian of the badge, and his entire executive members for not just this occasion, but for their tireless efforts wherever they are in uplifting the National Institute. And I have the sincere and heartfelt feelings of the National Institute community. I thank you very much. I think it's also important that we thank the Governor of Sokoto State.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to be at NIPS for the graduation ceremony of the Senior Executive Course 34. I always welcome the opportunity to visit this Apex Institute, which has significant policy and strategic relevance for our nation's development. I am pleased to be in Jos to see peace fast returning to Plateau State. With the great progress being made, I'm confident that sooner rather than later, the state will regain its claim to being the home of peace and tourism. I therefore congratulate the people of Plateau State, the government, the Governor Jonah Jang, the various security agencies and the NGOs have worked tirelessly to get us to this moment. We must strive and keep the momentum for peace on which the growth and development of our society rests. The goal of the founding fathers of NIPS was for this unique institute to be the bastion of nation building and national development. The idea of assembling Nigerian senior executives, not only from the civil professions, but also from our military, paramilitary, and other security agencies every year, the 10-month training program is indeed an inspired vision. I note that the program for senior executive course does not unduly dwell on formal aspects, such as attending lectures in order to pass exams. Rather, I'm pleased that the program is designed to engage participants in depth research, lively discussion, and listening of ideas on serious challenges facing the country with a view to finding practical and ready solutions to them. This emphasis on teamwork rather than individual effort is a good model for leadership at various levels in the country to emulate. I therefore earnestly recommend the NIPS model to all of us. I believe that Kuru holds the key to our country's progress. As Vice President and now President, I've been very closely associated with NIPS. I'm happy to note that over the years, and especially in the recent times, NIPS has made determined efforts to live up to its mandate. I commend the Board of Governors, the management and staff of the Institute. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to see this opportunity to reiterate my unshakable faith in our great nation, Nigeria. As I pledged in my 2012 Independence Anniversary broadcast, I see it a sacred duty to continue to strengthen the bonds of unity that holds our nation together. Everything will be done to promote and nourish the creative energies of our people. My administration is firmly focused on this objective and will never be distracted. I wish to reassure everyone that the future of our country is very bright. We've made reasonable and steady progress, but more needs to be done. It is in this respect I would like to place on record my appreciation of the efforts of those individuals and institutions that have worked assiduously to advance the unity and progress of our dear nation. In this regard, I would like to note the contributions of NIPS in line with this mandate in hosting several workshops and conferences this year aimed at finding solutions to the issues and problems that we face. The outcome of the recent meeting of eminent persons and experts on insurgency in our country, organized by the Institute in collaboration with some international funding agencies, is being carefully studied by relevant government agencies. Government has shown keen interest in the report, the communique and the declaration to tell you that beyond my office and not of the Vice President, others are also working proactively on the issues. We are determined more than ever before to improve and sustain good governance, accountability, transparency, and the rule of law in our country. These objectives are the heart of our transformation agenda. Our efforts are yielding positive results. At least once, we should be proud to say that we've gotten our electoral system right. Credible elections are the stepping stone for good governance. I'm glad that we've made tremendous progress in this key area of governance. We are equally making progress in other sectors. We are vigorously fighting the endemic corruption at all levels and in all sectors of our country. I'd like to assure you that there will be no sacred cow. Whoever is found to have transgressed will be made to face the full wrath of the law. A major plank of our transformation agenda is to work assiduously for the improvement of the power sector. We are all aware that once our power supply situation is substantially improved, more than half of our development challenges will be surmounted. Struggling industries will come on stream again and more will be established. Millions of our youth will be carefully employed. To this end, we are implementing a well-integrated power sector reform program, which includes institutional arrangements to facilitate and strengthen private sector-led power generation, transmission, and distribution. We confident that the results that we have already seen in the power sector will be sustained over time. I therefore urge that we stay on the course. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 years, I've been adequately briefed about the pressing issues related to funding, salary structure, and infrastructure at NIPS. I also recall my pledge last year and during the meeting the graduating students had with me at the presidential villa on Thursday, the 15th day of November 2012, to make it unnecessary for this previous strategic institution to run around soliciting for funds to accomplish its key mandates. In this regard, government will work with you to fashion out a robust funding framework to see to the realization of your mandate, granting the appropriate salary structure and related incentives to attract and retain staff. It also will provide the required infrastructure intervention for an institute such as NIPS. Our commitment to this institute as a national resource with an enviable record of service to the nation is firm. Finally, let me congratulate participants of Senior Executive Course number 34 and members of their families. This is your special day, and you have every reason to celebrate. I would like you to know, however, that your new status as members of the National Institute, MONI, carries with it not just privileges, but more importantly, responsibilities. More than ever before, we now have a special stake in the stability and development of Nigeria. We are leaders and change agents in your own rights. We have learned at NIPS to be good team players. You must put that into practice in your place of work and wherever you find yourselves. The motto of the alma mater, towards a better society, can only be realized when all those who pass through this institution consciously work with others to promote that vision. The MONI badge is also a body which I'm convinced you have gladly accepted to carry. May God give you the strength and the wisdom to acquit yourself brilliantly. Amen. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Please permit me to. This is an important day, not just for the National Institute, but those who recognize it for the country. I'd like first to thank the President for reaffirming the promises he had made to us at the Parliament that NIPS will no longer be a mendicant. NIPS will no longer carry calabash to beg, and that it will be restored into its pride of place. We want to thank you for that reaffirmation, and we trust with the authority of the Senate behind it, this pledge, this promise will come to fulfillment. I'd like to thank all members of the High Table, in particular reference to the governors, both of Plateau State, Sokoto, Jigawa, and all the service chiefs and all other eminent people on the High Table for supporting and blessing this occasion. We thank you very much for coming. I'd like to thank the board, ably led, humbly led by a no-nonsense, no God-wasting chairman. I thank all the members of the board. I'd like to thank all the directors of the National Institute. I'd like to thank all the directing staff, all the senior professors and research fellows of the Institute. I'd like to thank all the staff of the Institute for working tirelessly for catching a niche for NIPS. May your powers continue to be endowed. But finally, and most importantly, I'd like to say that it is my privilege to stop the meritoriously used in the service of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for coming and for the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you.
With a word of prayer before we take the national anthem. Mr. Bolaji Kadi, please. Welcome with a round of applause.
Of Nigeria, I pray
that the National Institute remain the apex institute in Nigeria and Africa. And I pray for God guidance of all members of the Alumni Association. And joining masses back to our respective destination. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawm al-Din. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim wa lad-dallin.
God bless and God